So, uh, hardware and software and Meta's changed heaps over the last few years. We used to just be like all about social graph targeting, which was we would choose someone's age, gender, location, and then Meta would take that information and then deliver your ad based off of what it thinks it would, or that prospect would want to buy from. And it switched from this social graph to this interest graph chart targeting, which is already taking information of things that you've liked. So if you like a bunch of like ski gear, if you like snowboarding videos, it's literally saying to you, dude, I don't care about who you think you want to target. I've already got so much information on this person that based off of what your creatives say, so if you're selling snow gear, boots, snowboards, ski lift tickets, whatever, it'll take all that information from the creative, not from the ad set, from the creative, and then it'll go to the 10,000 people that are interested in this stuff in your local area and deliver that ad to it. So before it used to be very much so heavily around what you would do on the ad set level. Everybody remember that? You do the ad set stuff and you would make all these changes across the interests. Meta's making huge shifts and changes to get you away from that. And that's because they've got these, have a read of it. They've got these new Grace Hopper Super chips, which are combining CPU chips with GPU chips. CPU is like the brain, so it's computing all about Ashley, knows what Ashley likes, interested in, where she puts her attention toward. And then it takes these GPU chips, which is basically what's powering AI. And GPU chips are really good at doing a multitude of different tasks and saying, okay, well, if I've got a million ads to deliver to people, it's going to choose out of the million ads which one's the best one to give to Ashley, right? Based on its creative, what it's saying, and what Ashley's interested in. You guys can't do that. When I was spending 1 million to 1.5 million a month with paid ads for all my clients, couldn't do that. We were trying to do all these little hacks and breakout things. AI is changing everything for commercial business in general. And I think a lot of these big companies are really adopting some of these tools. I would be really paying attention to, and Kieran, I'm sorry for this big, long-winded answer. You're going to have to get used to it with me because I love big, long-winded answers. But it gives you heaps of context because when it comes to your question about should I be doing lookalike audience targeting or, what are some of these hacks that people are still implementing to the ad account? What Meta is literally telling you is that the 10 billion per quarter that we're putting into our AI is all for making a more consolidated version of how you can use our platform. And we literally just want you to have one campaign, one ad set, and flood that ad set and campaign with creative. We don't want anything else. One of the biggest things that the blog posts are saying across Meta is creative is the new targeting. Look it up. Type in creative is the new targeting Meta. It's their tagline now because all this AI is literally just reading what you've written, what it's saying across your creative. So I would switch to that because these platforms have completely changed fundamentally in terms of it's freaking nuts. What I've been running an agency since 2018, so not that long. And I've been through, I just missed the Cambridge Analytica issue. I've been through the iOS 14 issues and the big changes with that. This is another huge wave of changes that all of you guys got to get on board with.